guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I am here with a beautiful, easy to achieve smoky eye look, and I achieved this by using the SMIZE Smoky palette by Tyra Beauty. This product was sent to me and I will give you more information in just a second about the product. This is kind of going to be a mini review, I guess you could say, and just a tutorial in general. Stay till the very end of the video for something extremely special. Make sure that you watch the whole video because, I mean, you want to know how to get this eye look too, right? Make sure to subscribe to my channel if you have not already, and of course give this video a thumbs up if you enjoy makeup tutorials. And let's get on with the tutorial and make sure that you stay till the end for the surprise. Okay, so I've already done my face makeup. I'm actually doing a drugstore foundation routine. That will either already be up, and if it's already up, then I'll have it linked in the down bar below. I have my contour bronzer on. I do not have any blush or anything like that on. So yeah, so let's go ahead and get started with the eyes. I'm going to be using this palette today. This is the SMIZE Smoky palette. This is by the Tyra Beauty line. I've been really excited to test it out and try it. It has a nice size mirror, which is really cool. And it has these colors right here. So it's really pretty. You can definitely create a nice smoky eye. At first glimpse, the one thing that I do not like is that there's not a matte shade in here, so I will have to go into one of my other palettes or get another eyeshadow to use as a transition color. And it does come with this little angled brush right here, and it says "See Your Smize" on it. That's cute. It wouldn't make a very good blending brush because it is kind of hard and dense. So I probably won't use this brush, but overall the palette is really cute. The packaging is super cute. Look at that. Love that. Let's see what kind of look we can create with this. The first thing I'm going to do is get a transition color. So I'm going to use my Milani Bella Cafe 04. This is the satin matte eyeshadow. I'm just going to use a Sigma tapered blending E40 brush to do that. Actually, what the heck am I doing? The first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and highlight my brow bone, and I have to prep my eyes. Whoa, I don't know what I was just thinking. So I'm just going to put a little bit of this Benefit Highbrow right underneath of my brow to help clean up and highlight the brow. Kind of had this product stored away for a while and kind of forgot about it, and I just recently brought it back out and I've been using it pretty much non-stop and I love it. It gives a nice highlighted look to the brow bone. I'm also going to go in with MAC's Paint Pot in the shade Soft Ochre, and this is going to just get rid of any discoloration on my eyelids, which I have a lot of. So just going to put this all over my lid, and I take that right up to the brow bone highlight. So now that our eyelids are prepped, I like to set all of that with a light powder. I'm just going to go ahead and use my Makeup Geek Peach Smoothie eyeshadow. Let me show you what it looks like. This is the shade, and I'm just going to take a nice fluffy brush and pat that right onto that whole eyelid area. That way your shadows will not drag when you try to blend them over top of the cream product. So that's done. Now I'm going to go in with my Bella Cafe by Milani as my transition shade. On a nice fluffy blending brush, just putting that right into the crease. I always use a matte shade as my transition shade. What I do like about this palette is that it engraved in the actual shadows, it tells you where you can use the shades. Obviously you don't have to listen to the palette, you can do what you want, but for this it has it as the highlight, for this it has all over, for this it has all over, and for the darkest one it has drama, so you can just create more drama. I'm gonna go in with this all over shade right here, And I'm gonna pop that on my lid. I'm gonna use a flat shader brush by MAC. This is the 242. Let's go to town. Hopefully this doesn't have a lot of fallout. Oh, I like it. Pretty. Just getting a little bit more and just packing that color on and taking it right up to the crease and kind of blending it just a smidge. Oh, I really like this color. It's a nice bronzy brown kind of shimmery color. Really, really pretty. I'm gonna go in with the MAC 222. This is a smaller blending brush, and I'm gonna go into the shade that says Drama, and I'm going to use this on the outer V of the eye and kind of smoke that out. There's a little bit of fallout, but I mean, what shadow doesn't have a little bit of fallout? I'm not mad at it. All right, so let's see. Outer V. I'm using a very, very light hand since this is a dark shade, holding it towards the end of the brush, and that's going to apply less pressure, so you're distributing a little less product. The harder you hold it in and the closer you hold it in, the more dense the product is going to be on the eye. And I want this to just be really diffused. I'm just kind of taking it up into the crease. I'm not going all the way over to the inner corner, but I'm taking it probably about halfway and then just diffusing it very lightly with the brush. And if you bring it too far out, that's okay. We're going to connect the lower lash line, so it's not going to look crazy. Okay. I am not mad at this. This is working. This is working for me. Oh, I might have went a little too heavy-handed there. And obviously, the more intense you want this, you could continue to build up the color until you're happy with the intensity of it. Let's stop there and go back in with the Bella Cafe just to kind of blend everything out. I am bringing this all the way to the inner corner just to kind of distribute everything and make it nice and gradient. Okay, so now I am going to use this highlight shade, the brighter shade in here, and I'm going to use the same flat shader brush, and I'm going to use that to pop right in the center of the lid just to give it a little bit of a highlighted effect. I'm liking it. And back in with the blending. This is such a shimmery kind of palette. I do want a nice matte brow bone highlight. So I'm going to go in with my Viseart palette in the 15B Basic palette. And I'm going to use this nice beigey shade as the brow bone highlight. I don't want it to be too stark white. Actually, I might mix. I'm going to mix this one and this one, the white and the beigey shade. Shimmer eyeshadows, and then you do a shimmery brow bone and shimmer inner corner. It just becomes a little bit overpowering. Also going to do the same thing to the inner corner of the eye. Now we can work on our lower lash line so that it actually looks like we've got a whole look going on. When you leave that lower lash line blank, it kind of looks a little bit undone. So here's what I'm going to use. I'm going to use my NYX pencil in the shade Golden Bronze. I'm going to use this to line my waterline and then just a little bit on the lower lash line. These pencils are so pigmented and so easy to use in the waterline. It's crazy. My contacts just got so blurry. Whew. Okay, so now I'm going to go back into the palette and I'm going to use a little bit of that all over shade that I used on my lid, and I'm going to pop that underneath the eye. I'm going to use my Morphe E18 brush. This is a little bit bigger than a pencil brush, but it does a great job of just kind of smoking out the lower lash line. I love it. See how we're kind of bringing it up to meet that the shadow on the lid? We're just kind of connecting all of that. so that it all looks like one. And I'm actually going to use just a smidge of that highlight shade and go right here underneath of the lower lash line. Make it pop just a little bit. I'm going to use my Kat Von D tattoo liner in Trooper and line my top lash line now that we're done with the shadow. And I probably won't be able to do the wing on camera. Winged liner, I tell you, the struggle is real. And what I like to do is go over top of my liner with black shadow. I'm using Corrupt by Makeup Geek, and that just helps to keep it in place, and it's not going to budge on you throughout the day. Okay, now I'm going to go in with some blush, and I am going to use my NYX, what is this? My NYX HD High Definition Blush in the shade Bronzed. This shade, it's beautiful. And just popping that right on the apples of the cheeks. And we will blend this out because they're so pigmented. And for highlighter today, I'm going to use my Mary Louminizer by The Balm. Using this Morphe M501 brush to place that right on my cheekbones. Make them pop. Yes! The highlight just finishes the look. Lord have mercy on my soul. Just a little bit right on the tip of the nose. This is some serious highlight. Okay, and then we're just gonna blend that all out. Last but not least, I'm going to do my mascara. I'm using my Loreal Telescopic Mascara, and I am gonna pop on some lashes, and I'm gonna use my Ardell Wispies, and I will be right back. Okay, so now my lashes are finished, and I'm gonna go ahead and finish off the look with the lips, and I'm gonna use Boldly Bare Lip Pencil, and I'm gonna use that to line my lips and also fill in the lips. And then I'm going in with one of my favorite lipsticks. I believe this was in my 2015 favorites. Gerard Cosmetics Hydra Matte Liquid Lipstick in the shade Serenity. I'm going to top it with the Too Faced Melted Longwear Lipstick in the shade Melted Sugar. Again, one of my 2015 favorites. I'm just going to put a little bit on my fingertip and then dab that in the center of my lip. And that is the final look. Let me go do something to my hair and I will be right back to finish this video. Okay guys, that is it for this tutorial. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and if you did, make sure to check out the down bar for the information on this palette and where you can get your hands on it. Just to throw in a little something something, I am going to actually do a giveaway for this palette. So one of my viewers will receive this palette. All you have to do to enter is just comment on this video below why you would like to receive this palette, and make sure to be subscribed to my channel, duh, and make sure to like this video, give it a thumbs up. I also want to let you guys know that it will be for the US only. It's not going to be international, but hopefully in the very near future I will be able to do more giveaways with my international viewers as well. I love you guys so much, and thank you so much for tuning into my channel as always. Thank you for your support. I love you, and I will see you in my next video. Peace out.